Karen Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Scammer, the O.C.G, and I'm here playing, you guessed it, The Last of Us remake in preparation for The Last of Us 2 remaster that comes out in 9 days.
Very preparatory school.
Yeah, nice way of saying orphanage. I wonder what happened to all these kids.
Well, this place has been out for a good stretch. You ain't kids no more.
Me?
Got away.
You don't believe that.
I believe in getting out of this city. Come on.
Hey, there's another one. These posters are everywhere.
I saw this right before the outbreak.
You did? Does he totally gut her by the end?
Nobody gets gutted. It's a dumb teen movie.
Who dragged you to see it, then?
I don't know. Let's just stay focused, all right?
All right.
Let's go through the alley.
It's that fucking truck.
It's all right. Just keep your head down. Nope.
20? Try 25. Bullshit. Swear to God. You had 25 cancer patients? 24. Now you have 24 cancer patients. Military locker in the hotel. Okay? Me and Ruben stumbled up. Split right down the middle. And that's just still good? When you make us more? Why? You think I'm awesome? Yeah, I bet you do. Man, I saved your ass from that clicker last week. I think should've let your ass die back there. I'll make you some if you quit bringing that up.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Baker.
Yeah, in all fairness, they did kind of build up to that, though, you know what I mean? They were able to take stuff from Budokai Tenkaichi 1 and 2, you know what I mean? So, expecting a brand new entry to have that from the get-go would be, you know what I mean?
There's a body over here. Fan out.
Yeah, shit.
What kind of military turret? Stay down. Follow me.
Oh, shit. Took him down. Yeah. They should make sure. Like all the Maker ones, you know what I mean? Yeah, they don't include at least all of Goku's shit. That would I mean, he's like the main guy. If there's somebody you shouldn't fucking skip on, that's, you know.
We're okay. They can't see us.
Leave him alone.
Easy, son.
Yeah, just one more reason why you don't fuck with
It's
Joel.
all right. They're not the bad guys. Lower the gun. Man, you hit hard.
Well, I was trying to kill you.
Yeah, I thought you were one of them too. Then I saw you. If you haven't noticed, they don't keep kids around.
What character would that be?
Survival of the fittest.
You're bleeding.
It's just nothing. I'm Henry. This is Sam. I think I caught your name was Joel.
Ellie.
How many are with you?
They're all dead.
Hey, we don't know that.
I love Henry and Sam.
Someone had the
Fun
bad
fact. Oh, yeah, Ultra Saiyan. Fun fact. The same actor that plays Sam in this game will go on to play Miles Morales in the Spider-Man games.
idea of entering the city, look for supplies. Those fuckers, they ambushed us, scattered us. Now it's all about getting out of this shithole.
We can help each other.
Ellie.
Safety in numbers and all that.
She's right. Could help each other. We got a hideout not too far from here. Be safer if we chat there.
Right, take us there.
Follow me.
Sorry about the whole gun thing.
Don't worry. I would have probably done the same thing.
Oh, he never fought in that?
Where are you from?
Well, that sucks.
From Hartford.
Really? I heard some bad stuff going on down there.
Place probably looks like this one now.
I love the fact that he literally just powered up just to show me he could and then didn't even fucking use it. Ah, sweet. That improves the radius of my Molotovs. That's good. Hey, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And if you like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be awesome. Cost you nothing. Makes my day.
We gotta be careful. We're right
Do
next to the
it!
areas. This is just you and your daughter?
We're not related. We're more like,
I promised someone I'd look after her.
Yeah. I can appreciate that.
Shiv door.
There you go.
bingo.
Honestly, to this day, man, what happens to Henry and Sam just fucking... Okay. Yeah, I forgot about the time chamber where it's like, time is dilated, so it's like, 1 hour there is like 15 years for us.
Ellie, found another one of them comics you've been reading.
Awesome. I'll read that later.
Well, you know me. I'm not gonna get into like an argument over it, but I'm always been more Team Vegeta. I just I relate to Vegeta more and that type of character. I've never been exactly like a happy-go-lucky, oh my god, everything is awesome kind of character. So I relate more to Vegeta being like, you know what, fuck everybody, and or sarcastic and glib. It's also one of the reasons why. What the fuck is SSJ?
Wait. Everyone be quiet. Get away from the windows. They're gone. Man, that fucking truck. It's been hounding us ever since we got in this damn... Sam, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Get rid of it.
My backpack is practically empty.
What's the rule about taking stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
We said
The
nothing.
rule. What is it?
We only take what we have to.
That's right. Now come on.
Where does the J come from? Where's the J?
How far is this place?
We're close. Real close.
Oh. I'm like, I was like, are you fucking... I'm just like, are you pulling that fucking GIF shit? People who say GIF instead of GIF need to be shot. And I love how even the guy who came up with the term was like, it's pronounced GIF. No, it's not. Okay? This is not one of those things you have ownership over. It's graphical interface. It's not graphical interface. It's GIF.
Hunters.
Ellie, you watch our back.
And normally, I defer to the people who created the term. So it's like if it's an author or somebody who makes a story and they say, this is what it's called, I'm like, okay, you created the story. You get to decide. But when it comes to an acronym like that, he didn't make up the fucking words graphical. So he absolutely cannot say how you're supposed to pronounce graphic.
What'd you find?
Sam,
Nothing.
stay with her.
Looks like someone was up there, but they're long gone.
Yeah, she
Where are
is.
the others?
Normally, I'd let her sit on me. My legs just hurt me today.
We did it. Not bad, old-timer. Come on. Up on this truck.
Sometimes she just won't take no for an answer, even. Because, like, literally, my leg will be hurting and be like, Echo, no. And, I'm not doing it because I dislike her. It's just because my leg's hurting. And I'll put her down, and, like, 4 or 5 times, she'll climb back up. Like, no, I want to be up here. And finally, like, fuck it, fine. I even jokingly said I'm going to start calling my cat Bill Cosby because she doesn't take no for an answer. And then I will give you the Zim and the Zam and the Bam and the Bibbity, and then you will see the most splendiferous pudding pop you have ever seen. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's purring.
More guys up there.
Honestly, my fucking cat basically fucking slept with me the other day. Yeah. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was sitting there and I was under the covers and she came under the covers and I basically was holding my cat like this under the covers. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna eat you. Well, I'm trying to load the clip.
Watch me.
Your power! It's huge! You did it! You ascended to the next level!
I could go one step further if I wanted to.
Jesus Christ. So why did he never use this in battle?
Not in this form. Not yet.
What? Why not, Dad?
I know I look like I can't go on, but these bulky muscles make it hard to move fast. And if I'm going to beat Cell, I can't have anything slowing me down. I may have great power, but what good is it if I can't catch my enemy? It takes more than brute strength to win a fight. And transformations waste a lot of energy. You've been finding that out yourself when you turned into a Super Saiyan. It's not easy, right? Right?
Right.
We can't afford to waste all that energy. But at the same time, we need the Super Saiyan power, you see? Somehow, we have to get to a point where it feels natural to be a Super Saiyan, so that we can stay like that all the time. I want you to try being a Super Saiyan for the whole day. We'll slow down our training until it stops feeling so weird.
Yeah!
Yeah, no, it's fine, man.
Through this door. You sure it's safe being so close to them? I'm the only one with the key, man.
And where'd you get that?
I killed one of them. He was missing now. Everybody come.
Just making him a fucking tank. Just super slow, but just hits like a truck. Swoku. I'm just gonna call it Swoku.
So, how old are you?
Me? 14. How old are you?
The same?
Oh, you're 14, huh?
I'm close.
All right. Here we are.
Oh, okay. Oh, then yeah, it could work then. Have it be the slowest version of Goku.
Welcome to my office.
How long have you guys been holed up in here?
A few days. We found a bit of food, though. Here.
Blueberries. Found a whole stash of them. You want some? No. Hey, man, relax. We're safe.
Why haven't you left?
Been waiting for the right opportunity.
And?
Here. Check this out. Look at these sons of bitches. Every day they congregate down there, guarding that damn bridge. Come nighttime, it's down to a skeleton crew. After sunset, that's our window. Most of them gone,
I like Henry.
sneak right past them.
That could work.
Oh, it'll work. It'll definitely work.
Well, I can see that a little bit.
Oh
All right, ready? Oh.
Ow!
But he definitely loves his brother more than anything.
It's been a while since that boy even cracked a smile. She doesn't seem bothered by all this.
So where were you heading?
1 second. I will be right back. I'm putting the trash in. Also, use the bathroom real quick. Slightly warmer in here. It was chilly earlier, so.
Heard the Fireflies are based out west somewhere. I'm gonna join up with them. Something funny?
Oh, it just seems like there's a lot of people putting their stock on the Fireflies these days.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason for that.
So you don't know where they are, and you're just gonna drag him across the country to find them?
I tell you what, how about I worry about my brother, you worry about your girl.
Easy. We're looking for the Fireflies, too.
This is us. There's an abandoned military radio station just outside the city. Any survivors from our group, they're supposed to meet us there tomorrow. You and your girl, you want to join us? It goes down tonight.
I guess we must rest up then.
He says it's time to go.
Now we're gonna be moving fast, okay? So no matter what, you stick to me like glue.
Like glue.
Like glue.
Got it.
Good, good. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all stay close, okay?
You tried this before?
Yeah.
That's comforting.
Relax, old man.
I just hope you know the way.
Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. You can get all these different skins for Joel. Ah, damn it. My controller has stick drift issues I'm trying to fix. But I also really like how something they included that wasn't in the original is you can actually have Joel appear as he was in The Last of Us 2. You want to see what you're... I really wish you to allow more
Stay close,
fucking
okay?
comments to show up on screen. They only allow like a brief sentence, okay? The entire point of having comments pop up on screen is so that I don't have to pull out my phone. And I know I bring this up constantly. It's just so many people bitch about it. I bitch about it all the time. People bitch about it, and YouTube is yet to do it. Just allow more. I bitch about it all the time. People bitch about it, and YouTube is yet to do it. Just allow more.
You tried this before?
Yeah.
That's comforting.
Relax, old man.
I just hope you know the way.
And one of the things that's really cool is in the original Last of Us, and well, all of Naughty Dog's games up until Uncharted 4, used pre-rendered cutscenes. That was one of the main reasons, or the main ways they hid load times. While you were watching a video file, it was loading the game in the background. And also because they could do far more detailed characters. And then with Uncharted 4, yeah, exactly, you don't know. And then when they did Uncharted 4, they had enough power they no longer needed to do pre-rendered cutscenes. So one of the cool things is when they remade this game, they redid all the cutscenes in real time. And it's cool because you can see his outfits pop up in cutscenes. You can see, like, if you bandage his arm, you can see the weapons on his back. And also because they made all these cool, like, little transitions. In the original game, it would always fade to black when a cutscene started, and then it would fade out to black when it ended, you know, to hide the loading up a cutscene. They don't have to do that now, so they made, like, all these animations to show it entering the cutscene and exiting seamlessly. Just, little stuff like that is just really cool. Something as simple as Joel closing a door behind him.
This way.
They also overhauled New Game Plus. In the original game, you had to do New Game Plus to get all the upgrades, because even if you got all the scrap, you couldn't upgrade everything in one go. But you still were locked to getting the weapons when you originally got them. In this game, in New Game Plus, you have all the weapons from the start, which actually allows you to take the assault rifle from the end of the game throughout the whole game in New Game Plus and just fucking obliterate. And my favorite weapon in the game is probably the bow and arrow.
Okay. Let's try to take
It just feels incredibly satisfying to use, honestly.
Follow your lead.
All right.
And I'm a big on stealth. And it's the only ranged weapon you have that has stealth.
Hey, how you doing?
Just trying to keep warm.
I also really like the shorty in the remake. In the original game, the shorty kind of sucked. It's like a miniature shotgun, but it was pretty much most people's least favorite weapon. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. They dramatically overhauled it in the remake, since, it was people's least favorite weapon, and now it is 10 times better.
How's it looking out there?
We put down some infected. No sign of those tourists.
You think they're still in the city?
Yeah, well, it wasn't that good in the main campaign, is the problem. Like, in the actual main game, I almost never used it. And they dramatically fixed it in the remake to be way better. The look of it, the feel of it, like, I can't even describe it. Most of the guns that made the handling better and made them, yeah, see, honestly, I don't know about that because I didn't really do the multiplayer. I didn't know in the single player it sucked.
Hey, you hear that? Clicking.
Yeah, I hear it, but I don't see shit.
Hold on. There it is. There.
Ah, fuck. I got discovered. Shit. Like I said, all I know is offline, in the single player, the shorty sucked ass. And it got a dramatic overhaul in the remake to be better. You don't even really have to worry about it, because it's just single player, so.
There.
Right up ahead. Nailed it! You see that shit?
Not bad.
Yo, Joe, there's a guy on that light up there. I see him. Oh,
No.
it's done.
Pay for that.
Ah, damn it. But yeah. It's way better now. And hopefully soon I'll be able to show you the weapon upgrading. Because the overhaul to weapon upgrading in this game is fucking amazing. This remake has probably the best weapon upgrading in any game I've ever seen. So, like, in The Last of Us, the upgrade was standard. It was the first time that Naughty Dog had done upgrading. So, it didn't change the weapon. And then in The Last of Us 2, they overhauled the weapon upgrading, where every upgrade you'd see it on the weapon. Which was really cool. But they took it even a step further, because in this game, you're limited to what upgrades you can make by the tool level that you have. So, you get 5 levels of tools. And in the original game, you just reach in and grab an unspecified chunk, and it pops away. It's just like a thing. In this game, in the remake, Joel has a toolkit that he has in his pouch. And every time you go to get a tool from a toolbox, you get a unique tool and then put it in his tool. So when you go to upgrade your weapons, you actually see him put the toolkit on the table, roll it out, and then as you upgrade the weapons, you see him pull out the wrench, pull out the screwdriver, and actually sit there and basically use like his own DIY fucking craft kit to make the weapon. It's almost like gun porn.
Hold on. There it is. There.
Fuck. I'm still a bit rusty, honestly. Oh well. It happens. This is not an easy game by any means. Oh, fuck.
Behind the car.
Fuck. Come on. Yeah, fuck your life, bro.
Fight this asshole.
Right there.
Oh, fuck, he got me. I think he could just get me from there. You bitch! You killed my brother! He's a man in the zone right go! Yeah, dude, I used to watch Robot Chicken all the fucking time. I used to watch fucking Robot Chicken religiously, man. I need to watch it some more. I got out of, like, stopped watching it. I missed several seasons. It wasn't because it got bad, I don't know, I guess I just got away from it. Oh my god. That's Mila Kunis that did that? I don't know if you knew that. Which honestly just makes it even funnier.
Henry, give me a hand with this.
All right. You ready? Come on, everyone.
Yeah, they had a fucking ridiculous amount of guest stars, dude, in Robot Chicken. Justin Timberlake, NSYNC crew, Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, William Shatner, Still Alive, fucking Spock, Mark Hamill, so many celebrities were on Robot Chicken. It's kind of Sarah Michelle Gellar, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Okay, we gotta get him out.
I'm sorry. We're leaving.
What? What's this bullshit?
Hey, now!
What the fuck, Henry?
One more time. Punch it.
We stick together. Joel, come on! Fuck, do we get out of here?
Sounds like they found it. Spread out. They might come through here.
See that? What is it?
Yeah, I have. It's great.
Right here.
Oh, man.
Keep them down.
Come out, you son of a bitch!
Oh, thank God.
My favorite Will Ferrell movie is probably Stranger Than Fiction. It's actually one of his more dramatic roles, but it's a fucking amazing movie. I hope you get to see it one of these days. Gator don't play that!
All right, let's get underneath.
Fucking open it. Go.
Right?
How many bullets do you have left?
They're gonna kill us.
What other choice do we have?
We jump.
No, it's too high and you can't swim. I'll boost you up, you run past it.
Yeah, all the women in the movie throw themselves at him.
You keep me afloat.
Ellie!
No time to argue.
Ellie!
Henry! He's awake!
Hey, you. We're alive.
Yeah, you get back here and fuck my wife.
What'd I tell you, huh? He's good. Everything's fine. You know, Sam's the one who spotted you. You guys are taking quite a bit of water.
Henry!
Get back, Sam! Hey. He's pissed, but he's not gonna do anything. You sure about that? Stop!
Joel?
He left us to die out there.
No. You had a good chance of making it, and you did.
Yeah.
Stay back for you. Meant putting him at risk. Stay back. it was the other way around, would you have come back for us? I saved you.
He saved me too. We would have drowned.
It's fine, Oz. I'm okay. You know, for what it's worth, I'm really glad we spotted you. Now, that radio tower, it's on the other side of this cliff. Okay? Place is gonna be full of supplies. You're gonna be really happy you didn't kill me. Hey, we're gonna search this area. See what we come up with.
That was intense. You cool?
Yeah. Let's go find that radio tower.
Like I said, people saying this game doesn't look better than the original are fucking high. This game looks so much better than the original in like literally every fucking way.
Hey, maybe we can find something in that boat over there.
Way ahead of you, kid.
Oh, shit, I knew it. I knew there was some down there. Yeah, you can. That's actually one of the things the remake did as well, was overhaul the swimming. Swimming in the first game was kind of shit. Kind of stilted, awkward to control. They made it a lot better. I need to get a new controller eventually. My controller's getting fucking real bad stick drift to the left. I don't have fucking $70 to get another one. It's like no matter what, I'm always some behind. Every time I'm like, hey, things are turning around, things are getting better. See? You know, like, well, fuck, of course now it's not doing it.
Can't go this
See,
way.
literally, I'm not even touching it, and it's fucking...
For a second there, I thought you might shoot him.
Yeah, almost did.
They're all right. I think it's good to have them around.
I think you're right.
Did everyone have boats back then?
I had a 60-foot yacht.
Really?
No.
Sarcasm. Making progress.
I do love that. Everybody have boats back then? Yeah, it's a 6-foot yacht. Really?
Hey,
No.
Ellie. I think we found something.
Let's go see what it is.
Hey, I bet this goes all the way through. Give me a hand with that.
Same time.
Come on, let's do it.
All right, come on, kids, go. All right, you go in. Okay.
This is also one of the areas where they greatly overhauled the AI. Because in the original game, the AI for the stalkers was really fucking dumb. They were like the least fun infected to fight. In the remake, they're actually kind of seriously creepy, hiding around corners and ambushing you and shit.
we should see what's over here.
All right, we'll check this side out.
I'm not a fan of this place.
Me neither. You ain't got much of a choice.
If you can get it open, I can crawl through and clear that door. Oh, yeesh. That is a big rat. And voila. Do you think they'll join us? All the way to Tommy's?
I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how everything pans out.
Hey, who's watching? I really appreciate you. If you like, comment, subscribe, that'd be amazing. Costs you nothing, makes my day. Do it!
Right here.
I will find you.
Can we get out this way?
Nah, there's no way to reach this.
It's jammed.
There's two of us.
All right, Joe. How do we get across?
Guess we gotta figure something out.
Henry, give it a shot.
All right. Yeah, it's working.
No idea. Nina is from the Discord. She pops by. Emily comes by sometimes. Steph comes by. But generally, they'll usually say, you know, hey, it's me. So.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Let's go, Ellie.
Oh, there you go. That's smart.
Can't wait to get out of this place.
All right, see if that generator still got some juice.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, don't jinx this.
No.
I gotta say, I'm impressed with you two.
We're pros at this by now.
1 second. God, my phone can be so slow. Here's where you find the third tools. Yep.
What's up with this?
Think there's people inside?
Maybe.
Are we really going in there?
No other choice.
It's a soundtrack.
A what?
It's a sort of alarm.
I don't hear anything.
Someone used to live here. Don't look like that's the case anymore.
Who would stay in here?
Someone who thought they could keep a place like this safe.
Yeah, see? The shorty now looks a million fucking times better.
Awesome.
Ellie,
Calm down. Hey, Sam.
Yeah?
Stand by those posts over there.
Okay.
You hear that?
Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that, actually.
Awesome.
Ellie,
Calm down. Hey, Sam.
Yeah?
Stand by those posts over there.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay, do it. Oh, Henry, did you see that?
Let's keep it down, buddy, okay? Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, fuck. I didn't. I gotta go back and get the shorty. It's actually a fucking great gun now. Like, I almost never used it originally, and in the remake, it's a fucking standby.
You hear that?
shh, quiet.
Look out!
So you know there was a clicker that'd been going for a while.
We keep moving forward. All we can do is hope there aren't any more of them.
Hold on a second, let me turn on my controller real quick. Drift a little bit. I might wind up trying to take it apart because I don't have the money to replace it, but this drives me fucking insane. Shift door. Oh no, it's not. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Ooh, fuck yeah. Oh, God, this picture's driving me fucking crazy. Let me give a machete one hit, one kill, finally.
Hey, you think that leads out?
Could be. It's too hot for a boost. Maybe there's another way to get there.
Get back! Sam!
Yeah, I'm cool.
That was me. I must have triggered some kind of safety gate or something. Henry, see if we can lift this.
So, this is awkward.
Yeah, I know. It's like every time.
Hey, this thing isn't budging, man.
Just go. Get out of here.
Sam, you stay close to him.
Henry, we gotta fucking move!
You keep him safe! Go!
Yeah, and here's where you run into the stalkers. And now with the redone AI, that actually is kind of creepy. You can see them scuttling around, fucking peer around corners at you.
They're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I know.
All right, come on, kid. See if we can find a way out of here, yeah?
Okay. Did you see that?
Stay behind me. If I run, you run.
Yeah.
So you can see it fucking sitting there. Peering behind the corner. It's fucking creepy. Yeah, I see you, asshole.
good?
Yeah. Look at this place. It's like a classroom. Why couldn't they keep it safe?
Son, I wish I knew. God knows they didn't deserve it. You think you can knock that ladder down?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, after I look around this place and get all the supplies. I'm not a chump.
Bet there are a lot of them here. People, I mean.
Looks like it. Go ahead.
There we go.
Good job, kid.
Don't worry, kid. One of these days you're gonna grow up and be Spider-Man, and everything's gonna be okay.
Is that Ellie?
Come on.
Joel, that's them. Sam!
Oh, thank God. We gotta keep running.
Sneakers, Watch, I really appreciate you.
Sam!
Run! There's so many of them.
Ellie, get away from the door.
Maybe if we push it together.
He just crawled through.
He what? Sam, what the hell are you doing? Getting us out of here. Well, hurry up then.
All right, go.
Are we grabbing that pipe though?
Let's go. Damn thing stuck!
Here, give me a boost. I can get through that window.
Open it from the other side.
Make it fast.
Come on, Sam. You're not staying in here. What about you? I'll be fine. Come on.
Get ready.
Here we go.
Boom!
Look at this.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Thanks for the warning on the other side, guys.
So where's this tower?
Hey, how you doing, little man?
That was a close one, huh?
Man, the graphics in this remake are fucking stunning.
Finest moments, but we made it out.
Yeah.
Like I said, people who say this doesn't look that good from the original, or that much better, they are fucking insane. I literally saw people saying it looks a bit better. A bit better? Get the fuck out of here.
Tell you, huh?
Let's find a way around to it.
What was this place like without infected? Can't even imagine it.
This is easily one of Naughty Dog's best looking, if not their best looking game.
Well, that wasn't a good idea, then, was it?
It was pretty intense back there, huh?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
How did you two end up together?
Oh, a friend of mine, Marlene, asked him to take me to the Fireflies.
You seem to get along well.
Yeah, well, now I just boss him around. Isn't that right, Joel?
I said, man, the lighting, the grass, fucking everything, it looks really fucking good. You already go in this one, or was that the one next door? Yeah, I already went in here. I like to be very thorough.
Will shoot on sight. Lots of friendly people lived here.
First few months after the outbreak, they had a lot of looting. Everyone got paranoid. You remember any of that, Joel?
Yeah, everyone barricaded themselves in their homes. And supplies started running low. That's when you saw what people are really capable of.
Yeah, that's one thing The Last of Us 2 does a lot better than the first game. This game, at the time, was Naughty Dog's biggest game. I mean, because honestly, this was longer than any of the first three Uncharted. And the levels were more open. I mean, not like open world or anything, but you could definitely tell they had much bigger levels than Uncharted, or than in Uncharted in Last of Us, probably, doing encourage more exploration. In The Last of Us 2, they take it even further. I mean, it's not like, once again, it's not like, oh my god, open world. But it's like a series of miniature hubs. Like, they'll put you into an area and you can actually just freely roam around it and find your own way. There's like multiple ways around, hidden collectibles. Then you'll go through the story and get into another hub and another hub. And so it actually allows like plenty of exploration, and it's probably Naughty Dog's most open game. And I mean that in the best way. It's still linear, it's still, guided, but it's not as narrow and restricting. You actually have time to wander around at your own pace and find shit. And when you get into encounters with enemies, you can skip some of them. You can go different ways. Like, it's the right amount of freedom. And the levels in the second game dwarf this in size. Like I said, even if you hate the story of The Last of Us 2, which is like a whole fucking ball of worms I'm not going to get into, the gameplay was fucking impeccable in the level design. It was a gorgeous game, and it really was like twice the size of this game. I'm not even kidding. Like a first playthrough of The Last of Us 2 is going to literally take you 25 to 30 hours. It is by far Naughty Dog's biggest game. So it ran well. It looked good. Obviously, some of the PS4's best graphics. It was jam packed with content. So even if you hate the story, people say it's a shit game, I would say no, off the virtue of its production values, its gameplay, its content. Getting a very story focused. Oh my god. Well, I could tell you, but I'd have to spoil parts of it. And I'm not just talking about Joel. They took a really big risk with the way the plot of the second game is set up. Okay, so you know that Joel dies, okay? Early on, he is killed about 2 or 3 hours into the game. After the introduction, they have like an opening chapter with Ellie living in Jackson with Joel. 4 or 5 years later, it skips ahead to she's an adult. She's like 19. She's fully gone through puberty. So you know that he dies. He gets killed. And she goes on, the whole thing is her going after all these people for revenge. So you spend a shit ton of the game, like literally longer than the entire first game, tracking down the people that killed Joel and killing them. And then, at right about the halfway point, the game flashes back to the start of it and shows you who Abby is, the chick that killed Joel. And then for like the second half of the game, you play as Abby and see the events of the game from her perspective. And it's not like a little bit either, because it turns out that she's the daughter of the surgeon that he killed to save Ellie. And then you see like all the events of the game from Abby's perspective. And Abby plays completely differently. She gets an entirely different setup of weapons. She gets different skills. She goes to different places, has different characters, fights different enemies. It is literally like they put 2 games in one. Because just the Ellie section is longer than this whole game and its DLC. And the whole point was to show you that every story has 2 sides. Because Abby just seems like a monster, and then you go and you play her story and you see, oh, okay, I understand why she's pissed. Joel killed her dad. I mean, Joel had to kill her dad. Then you see her story and her people, okay? But a lot of people really did not like having to spend the second half of the game playing as the guy, the chick who killed Joel. Even though the whole point is to humanize her and show you she's not just some villain. And like I said, it is a massive game. So, literally, the parts where you play as Ellie are longer than this entire game. It's literally like they supersized it and made 2 Last of Us. And it's actually, you don't even... Abby's not the end of the game. Abby's not even the end of the game. Because after you play through Abby's side and you see both sides, there's like a very long chapter after the end where it like goes to California and has a whole new setting and time jumps. So, it's basically you have one giant prologue in Jackson, and you play Ellie and Abby in that prologue. Then you have 3 days in Seattle, which is where most of the game is, and you play Ellie for 3 days, Abby for 3 days. So you get to the end of day 3 as Ellie, and then it goes to day 1 as Abby, and you play through the 3 days. But it's not. I want to stress, it's not just recycled stuff. She has different weapons, different enemies, different characters, goes to different places. It really is like another game. And then there's a big-ass chunk at the end where Abby and Ellie come back together again. And it jumps setting again. And then they both have flashbacks. So it seems like the game would take place over a shorter period of time because it's over 3 days. But there's 2 or 3 different sequences where it flashes back to Joel and Ellie and has Joel in it. So even though he dies near the beginning, there is substantial portions of the game through flashbacks with Joel, and that's because the game jumps ahead like 5 years. So they explore what happened in the 5 years between 1 and 2. So, and like I said, a lot of people really didn't like that. It's bad enough they killed Joel, and then you spend a substantial part of the runtime playing the chick that killed Joel. But like I said, the whole point was to humanize her. To say she's not just a mindless bad guy, and she didn't just kill Joel for no fucking reason. Joel killed her dad. Like, the entire theme of Last of Us 2 is revenge. And now revenge is just a cycle, and it never goes anywhere. Joel killed her dad, so she kills Joel, so Ellie wants to kill Abby. Cycle, cycle, cycle. So... And okay, and when I say I have problems with it, it's mainly how it was delivered, okay? Because the goal was to make you hate Abby at first, and then to make you change your mind when you see her perspective. But by making the first thing that Abby does is kill Joel, they make you hate her so much that it's really hard to make you not hate her, okay? Neil Druckmann, the director of both games, has said that they originally planned for Abby to join them in Jackson, and she would work undercover to find Joel. And the first several hours of the game, Ellie would work with Abby, and you would get to be friends with Abby, and then she would kill Joel, and you'd be like, what the fuck? And I honestly really wish that they had done that. They really stacked the cards against Abby by making the first thing you see as her killing Joel. If they had shown more of her before that moment, it would have made it a lot easier to swallow once the reveal comes. I think that opening with Abby immediately killing Joel, and that's like the first time you see her, was a mistake. And I like the idea of you getting to know her first as like a ally, and then she kills him and says, "What the fuck? Why would you do this?" And then it would come back when you see her side. I think that would have been a better way to do it. And I will also say that there are some things that furthermore split people because Abby's story doesn't really take the progression that you think it's gonna. Because you think that you're basically going to see her and see her friends die from Ellie, and it'd just be like the reverse side. But Abby kind of has her own storyline that works in tangent. So only like the beginning and ending of Abby's storyline is you seeing her friends be killed by Ellie. Meanwhile, she's kind of got her own thing going on, and some people kind of hate that because they're like, I expected to see the second side of her, all this, and instead of doing this. But at the same time, the stuff that she's doing is really good. Like, because she meets a little boy and takes him under her wing, and it's like directly meant to parallel Joel and Ellie because they use the game to contrast the two. Okay, Ellie gets darker as the game goes on because she gets more and more ruthless to get the people that killed Joel, and you see her mental state deteriorating, and she's even disgusted with some of the stuff she does. Uh, but Abby got her revenge. She had been chasing Joel down for years, so you actually, throughout the course of Abby's storyline, see her come out of her darkness and start to become a better person because they show through Abby's flashbacks that she was so obsessed with getting Joel that her life, her friendships, her relationships, the people she loved suffered. She had no space in her life for anything else. So she basically just became obsessed with revenge and it deteriorated her. So after she got Joel and she's taking this new kid under her wing, she comes out. So it's like they're both in the revenge cycle, but Ellie is going into it and Abby is coming out of it. And technically you could say, well, why the fuck would I care about this storyline? But at the same time, it's when they stop focusing on her killing Joel and focus on Abby as a character that I actually started to really like her, and they really humanized her, seeing her try to do stuff for other people, and seeing her like it's almost meant to mirror Joel because just like Joel after Sarah died, she's in a really fucked up place, and in the same way that Ellie kind of humanizes Joel and brings him out of the state that he was in, it's the same thing for Abby. So, but there's a bunch of people who thought, oh, basically, I thought I was going to be playing the villain. I thought I was just going to directly see the B plot. And it does that. You see why Abby hates Joel. You see parts of her friends getting killed, and why she's like fuck Ellie. Uh, but it's not just that. Uh, and something that's also contentious is when you play as Ellie, you're gradually building up a kit. Just like in this game, you start with a handgun and a rifle, and you get more. When you play as Abby, they start you completely over, and that might upset me. But like I said, Abby has totally different weapons. She does not get the same weapons again. So you're building up your arsenal again, but you're building up an entirely different one. And uh, Ellie has the pump action shotgun. Abby gets a hunting shotgun that has two slots, and you think that's shitty, but she gets the ability to craft flame shells that just fucking decimate infected. It's like your dragon's breath rounds. Ellie has a compound bow, like Joel did. Ellie gets or Abby gets a crossbow with actual scope, and it takes longer to fire because she has to pull it back. But the bolts are much sturdier, so she can just continuously reuse them, uh, and so on and so forth. Ellie gets like a standard fucking carbine rifle, like the rifle in this. Abby gets a military rifle with a fucking scope, like a actual like tactical. So the arsenal that you build up is totally different. So that kind of lessens the sting of having to start from square one. Uh, and I could also say that there is, um, I'm trying to figure out a way to put it. There is a lot of stuff going on because not only does Ellie have her own shit with Joel that they go into, uh, but she also has her own cast of characters that they introduced in Jackson, and then Abby has her own cast of characters. So there is a lot of different shit going on, and it can get a little bit like that. Uh, so when it comes to the story of The Last of Us 2, it's really a mixed bag. Because they went. When you look at the story of The Last of Us, it's a very simple story. It's all in the execution. They've done a gajillion post-apocalyptic stories. They've done a bazillion stories of an older guy taking on a younger kid as a mentor. Okay, it's the execution, the fucking first-class gameplay, the wonderful writing that elevates The Last of Us to what it is. It's a concept of they just been fucking nailing it. With The Last of Us 2, they got way more ambitious by trying to have two different stories that intersect and overlap, and flashbacks, and having two different sides of the story. And there are times when it's like, oh, fuck, that's great. Uh, and then there are times when it gets a little bit messy. So I think that there are times when The Last of Us 2 is better than the first game, but it's more uneven. You know what I'm saying? Like, The Last of Us 1 was them taking a simple idea and working with it, so it's fucking perfect, start to finish. With The Last of Us 2, there are times when it's much better, but then there are also times when it's not, because they went for something much more risky. It's more uneven. And there are, because they've simply got so many story threads going on that it's harder to flesh all of them out. As well as the fact that, with Joel and Ellie, they already introduced the characters in the last game. With Abby, they've not only got to get you, have the characters have an arc, they've got to fucking go through the pains of introducing them. Because they're new. So, but I want to stress the fact that there are parts of the game that I don't like. I don't like how they killed Joel. The situation where they killed Joel is really contrived. It comes about in a way like they just wrote it in. And like they just, well, how are we going to get this to happen? Even the game kind of comments on it. Because she's just like, Abby's like, I'm going to find him. And Abby's friend is like, what, you're just going to run into the town looking for him? She's like, you're never going to find him. You're not just going to bump into him. And then she basically does bump into Joel in the snow. So that's kind of contrived, and I understand why they did that, but it does feel kind of like forced. And then there is times when like they try to have like Abby's character to have a villain. Pretty much, yeah. But instead of a shotgun, it was a golf club. Uh, and then there are some parts where you do feel like they did not have enough running time, which I know that sounds silly because literally, I would say it's like almost 3 times the size of the first game. It's a massive game. It is by far the biggest game Naughty Dog's ever done. They still didn't have enough running time. So like they try to have like a villain in Abby's perspective, and he only gets like 2 scenes in the whole game. And it kind of sucks because I don't know if you know who Jeffrey Wright is. Well, of course you do. He's fucking Commissioner Gordon in Rob Pattinson's Batman. He's in the game as like Abby's villain, and he only gets like 3 scenes in the game. And it's like he does such a great job, and he's Jeffrey Wright, but they kind of wasted him because he's not in the game enough because there's so many story threads going on. So they tried a lot, and I think some parts of it they succeeded. There are parts of it that are fucking awesome, and some parts I don't like Joel's death, how Abby's introduction was handled. But then, like I said, there are parts that are it's so ambitious. They're like, let's split the game between 2 characters, and instead of like chopping down the thing, they're like, let's make each character section bigger than the first game, and then have more on top of that. And the first game is already their longest game, so they're fucking, and there's so many like unique parts. Despite it being their longest game, it doesn't feel padded. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll go to one area as Ellie, and it'll be like this unique section. Then you'll never go back as Ellie. You'll never go back as Abby. So they have all these unique moments in each campaign that they could have recycled, and they just don't. And all these like unique things. So it's super ambitious. And like I said, everything that The Last of Us did in gameplay, The Last of Us 2 does better. It really was a generational leap. And like I said, in particular, the levels. Because, you know, the levels in this game were bigger and you could roam around. But other than like the level in the university, you know, in the horse, most of the levels were kind of tiny. You had some space. The levels in The Last of Us 2 are much bigger, but they're still handcrafted. So you actually have space to explore. I'm going to take this route. I'm going to take that route. I'm going to look over here. It doesn't feel like you're on such a guided track. Like, it's still a focused, story-driven game, but they give you actual space to walk around and explore. And, like, skip enemy encounters, or go around them, or take different routes, instead of it being so linear. And there'll be times when you'll, like, go into a linear hub, then another hub, then another hub. So, like, they actually give time for, like, the gameplay to breathe without having to just jump into the next story sequence. Like, of course it has story, but there's not, like, you're not so guided. And I for one, yeah. Uh, so you get to actually kind of wander around at your own pace. You know what I mean? You have a general direction, but you're not so rigidly bound to it. And I, for one, like that a lot. I like being able to wander around. I like being able to explore and take my time. And it's not like just landmass for the sake of landmass where it's empty. They filled everything with meaningful stuff to find. There's notes, weapons, stuff to upgrade your gear, so it's the right amount of open and the right amount of story. So, and the majority of the game is in Seattle, and uh, that that you may think that would limit them because this game is all over the country, but they managed to wring a lot of unique shit. Some of my favorite levels in the series. There's this one level towards the end of Ellie's section called the Drowned City, and it's an entire section of the city that was flooded. And you actually get into a boat. It is the only time in the series and in the game where you use a boat. And you actually have to navigate, as Ellie, this section of the city that's drowned. You have to get in the boat, out of the boat, stop off at buildings. Uh, you have to navigate rapids because the city's hilly. At one point, you actually get to climb up onto a train wreck from a fucking car that's above. And the atmosphere of this level is just fucking amazing. You're navigating the water, you're getting in and out of the vehicle, the fucking hardcore rain, you're climbing above the fucking lake and navigating a subway car above the water. There's a fucking carousel that's drowned. It is awesome level design. And there's like two enemy factions. There's like the soldiers, the WLF, they call them wolves because you know WLF. And then there's the Seraphites. They're like this fucking religious cult. They're super creepy. They like use bows and shit, and they whistle. And like in this level, you can literally find the enemies fighting each other and get in the middle of the battle and play both sides against each other, as well as the infected. So you're navigating the drowned city, you're fucking riding down rapids, you're getting in these giant shootouts from multiple directions. It is a fucking amazing they ever do that. So they have all these unique moments. So it's not like padding. Each character has their own stuff. Like something that's really fucking cool is these Seraphites. They're called scars because they cut their mouth open like a Glasgow smile. Uh, they're like evil Amish people because they're like they don't believe in new technology, but they're fucking evil. There's this section where you infiltrate their island as Abby, and it is like stepping into the 1800s. There's old wooden buildings and lamps and a town center and cornfields. It's like you stepped into a different time period. It's fucking awesome. And it's almost like a horror game because you're being chased through the fields by people with sickles. And once again, this is not never in Ellie's part. And not even in Abby's part, it's one part. So there's like all these different really cool, unique parts with them, and it's fucking awesome. Like I said, there's a lot that The Last of Us 2 does right. I'm not going to say that I don't understand people's issues. It would be like in Uncharted 5 if they had somebody out of nowhere fucking brutally massacre Nathan Drake. And then you played that person. The Uncharted fan base would be like, what the fuck? You just kill him like 2 hours into the game? But conversely, there's a bunch of people who say that it's fucking shit, it's awful, it's a terrible game, oh my god. And I can't say that either. Because the graphics are next level. Obviously, it's Naughty Dog. The game is a huge length. It's one of the longest story-focused games I've ever played. Obviously, not the longest, but for a big production AAA game like that, it's one of the longest. The gameplay is fucking tight as shit. The weapon upgrading is good. So even, like I said, even if you hate the story, the production value, the gameplay, it's really fucking good. So I can't say it's shit. I can say I understand why people got upset. I'm going to be replaying The Last of Us 2 Remastered when it comes out, because it's coming out the 19th. So it's about 9 days. I already have the money set aside, so $10. I was able to scrap together the money, so as soon as I can purchase it, I will. They unfortunately don't let you pre-purchase the upgrades. But as soon as I can, that's why I'm replaying this, is to, get my head in the headspace. Even now, I know that watching Joel die is going to be physically painful. Every time I replay Last of Us 2, it physically affects me. It is really hard to fucking watch. And for somebody who is such a beloved character, Joel might be, honestly, he might be one of the most loved characters in gaming history. Like, ever. I fucking love Joel. So I understand people's feeling to see him get his fucking leg blown out and beat to death with a golf club. So, and I can also understand where in the grand scheme of things, all the stuff that Abby is doing with the kid she rescues, Lev, comes off as filler. And it kind of is, because it doesn't relate to her and Ellie, but at the same time, it's the only parts of the game that make you like Abby, and without that, you would just fucking hate her. So it's kind of needed, and it is some of the best writing in the game, because she's a Seraphite. Like, okay. This chick, Lev, is like trans, and I know you're probably rolling your eyes, but it's handled really well, okay? Basically, she was bred to be somebody's wife. She's like 13. And she got tired of it. She wanted to hunt. She cut her hair. That's a no-no. They tried to kill her, so she fled. And that's basically, Abby is now taking in this little kid that she should be trying to kill. That's on the opposite side. And they come together. And there's, like, it's really well fucking acted how they come together. And seeing Abby become a better person because of Lev. And there's this one scene that really tugs on my heartstrings where she has to kill one of the people, her people, because they're trying to kill Lev. And she's like, he's a kid. What are you doing? And they're like, well, she's the enemy. So she shoots him, and Lev is talking to her afterwards, and she's like, you killed your people. And Abby grabs her and he says, you're my people now. And the acting, the cinematography, fucking perfect. It actually made me kind of teary. It's like, you're my people. And so it is really cool. And it's also, it's heartbreaking, but really compelling to see Ellie basically become Joel. Because when the game starts, she's innocent. And then throughout the course of the first game, you see her, having to kill her first person, and then the stuff with David traumatizes it. I mean, obviously he was going to fucking rape her and eat her. And then she has to brutally hack into pieces. I mean, obviously you know that you played it. So they kind of show her coming full circle. And part of Ellie's arc is understanding, because she knows about Sarah, his daughter, but she doesn't understand. And after seeing the way that another person brutally kills Joel, she starts to realize the steps that Joel took for her. Why he wouldn't let them kill her. because she's willing to go through all this, kill all these people, brutally murder them. She even tortures one of them to get the information where the other ones are because of losing her loved one. So she's like, oh, okay, I can understand now why Joel wasn't going to let the Fireflies kill me. I loved him so much. And, you know what I mean? So she's, like, fully, like, becoming Joel and understanding why Joel did what he did. His love for her was so strong, he wasn't going to let fucking anybody come after her. So, yeah, I know, I'm sorry, I went on a massive fucking tangent, but like I said, I have to say, I stand on the fence. I really am in the middle. I can't say that I totally agree with everything The Last of Us 2 does. There are some things that I think were poorly handled, and I really think it's not just that Joel died, okay? Because I probably could have guessed that eventually he probably would die with all the enemies that he made. It's how they handled his death that felt bad and not done properly. And a character like Joel deserves a proper send-off. And then there's some stuff that I don't like, here and there. But I can't say this game sucks either. I can't say 2 sucks because it's fucking gorgeous. It's still, 4 years later, one of the best looking games ever made. And the remaster's gonna kick that up a notch, obviously. So it's gonna look even better. It's jam-packed with content, the best game, the longest game they've ever done, but not padded. You know what I mean? So it's not just long to tick off numbers on a box. And the gameplay's fucking sublime. Everything they did awesome at this game, they took it up a notch. So I can't say it's bad either. That's what I mean. Like, and I apologize for the lengthy tangent. I apologize for yammering on and on. I just was trying to make it explain it to you in a way you can understand. Where The Last of Us 2 is so contentious. There are a lot of people that absolutely adore it, and then there are people that fucking hate it, and I can see why for both. I fall in the middle. There are parts of it I love, and there are parts of it that make me grimace. No, I don't necessarily mean that. I don't necessarily mean that, okay? Let me explain. So, firstly, it's just the fact that Abby just so happens to run into Joel. Her partners were coming with her to track down Joel, and they had no idea that Jackson was a town. It actually has power, working things, like they made a new community. So when they see that there's this massive town that's fully armed, they're like, this changes things, Abby. We can't just go in there and get him. We'll all die. And she says, fuck it, and runs off on her own. And even her friend says, you're not just going to run into Joel. So the fact that she then runs into Joel feels super contrived. And like they just pulled it out of their hat. And then Joel saves her life. There's an infected that tries to get Abby, and Joel saves her. And they don't ever mention the fact that Joel saved her. And to me, that kind of upsets me because if I was intending to kill this guy and that he saved my ass, I would probably have to have second thoughts, at the very least. And it doesn't deter her at all. And then on top of which, Joel follows these people into their house and then tells them who he is and about the community. Joel, even in this game, didn't even want to tell Sam his name. So it feels like Joel is acting in a way that he normally wouldn't act. Normal Joel would not be so trusting. He wouldn't follow them in the community. He wouldn't freely disclose his name. So the way that they get Joel to die feels really, really contrived and like poorly written. It's all these things happening, and it's just it ruins my plausible deniability or suspension of disbelief, I should say. Obviously, it's a game; things have to happen, but it just feels like not organic. Like we need to have this happen, so just write it in. And on top of which, they don't give Joel enough screen time before. it really feels like you don't ever get to see Joel and Ellie interacting in the present. You don't ever get to see Joel and Ellie interacting in the present. Except in flashbacks. I really would have liked more scenes with them actually interacting. So, and like I said, it actually does seem like they had to hastily come up with something. Like I said, Naughty Dog has said they originally intended for there to be more of the game in Jackson in the beginning, for Abby to infiltrate, and for the first several hours for her to be your friend. So it seems like when they scrapped that, they just had to hastily cobble something together. So it seems rushed and contrived, and it kind of seems like that's actually what it was. Like they just had to come up with something when they threw their old plans out. And I really wish they would have stuck to their guns and kept it, because you would have had more scenes with Joel. That's fair. Yeah, exactly. And then they kind of sideline Joel. That is, that's true. It is Ellie. I agree. Uh, and so, like I said, it's not necessarily that Joel dies. It's how they handle Joel's death, and the fact that they fucking mutilate him. I can't even go into full detail, but she beats him so badly, dude, that when they show Joel's body, you can't even recognize him. I mean, she fucking disfigures him. So it's not just that they killed him. It's how gruesome it was and how much they made him suffer, and the writing that people have a problem with. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like Red Dead Redemption. Awesome example. Both of the protagonists in Red Dead die. You know it, I know it, okay? But the way that they died made sense to the story and felt properly written and properly arrived at. It was sad. It was tragic. It sucked. But it was properly written. Whereas with Joel, he does not feel like he got a proper send-off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Glenn deserved better. He wasn't even the one who died, dude. You know that, right? You know in the actual comic books, Glenn didn't die like that? They just decided to make it Glenn for some reason. Like, they literally, the creators of the show just decided. Yeah. So, it's not necessarily that they killed Joel. It was how they did it and how it felt very poorly written and contrived. Hold on a second, I'm gonna... But no, man. Like I said, no, it's fine, man. I'm not a grammar Nazi. Hold on. I mean, put it like this, dude. If you watched Dragon Ball Z, the new Dragon Ball Z show, the new show, I forget the name of it. You told me. Yeah, they're sour cream and cheddar potato chips. They're my favorite brand of potato chips. I wish I had baked. They're not baked, but I love sour cream and cheddar. Um, yeah, you can get The Last of Us 2 for you can get it pretty cheap, and then upgrade to the new version for $10. So, because it is worth playing. But here, dude, I'm hungry. I'm gonna take a break, eat, and probably play a different game. You can just message me. I will be back streaming, but I'm super hungry. I gotta eat.